Hello guys, and welcome back to some Frosti-Town. Today we're gonna be modeling something. Let's just turn this guy down a bit. Okay, there we go. Today we're gonna be modeling something like this. I just wanted to make sure you guys know that this is Ponte Ryu's video. So I just really enjoyed the way he modeled this, and I wanted to model the same thing, and I did, and I learned a lot from it. So go and watch his video, Ponte Ryu, and he did an amazing job, fantastic job the way he's doing this. So he's doing this in a fast forward video, he's doing this in a time-lapse video. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna follow along, and I'm gonna show you how you can make this Ponte Ryu design in normal, in not in time lapse, but in, I'm gonna show you basically how he did this. So I hope you learned something from this too. And amazing design, Ponte, well done, amazing design. And what I made was something like this. Where is it? Yeah, I made something like this. So there we go, almost the same thing, but his is much better. So we're gonna start designing this. Okay, so go and support Ponte Ryu's channel. This is his content. I'm just trying to show you how he did it, because I honestly learned a lot of hard ops and box cutter from this. So go and follow Ponte Ryu design if you really want to learn. This hard ops and box cutter add-on and how to make these booleans and everything, do follow Ponte Ryu on his Patreon. He goes by Blender Bros. I am on his Patreon, and he does amazing tutorials and amazing decals and everything. So once you get familiar with hard ops and box cutter and how to model sci-fi aesthetics, you're gonna be amazed by your results. So let's begin. Let's begin. Okay. Alright, first thing I'm gonna do is gonna go into right view. We're gonna create a plane. We're gonna go into face select. We're gonna press Ctrl R, and we're gonna select this face, and we are going to press X, and we're gonna delete phases. We're gonna go to the right view, and we're gonna select the vertices, and we're gonna extrude this vertex to right about here, extrude it here, and extrude it here. So our cylinders are gonna be like this, or maybe if we could extrude it just a bit more towards here. So our cylinder is gonna be somewhere right about here. So we have something like this. So we're gonna scale it on the x-axis. Also, I'm gonna be telling you where I actually learned some things in this video, in that video. So first we're gonna solidify this, and we're gonna bring it back to right about there, and also we're gonna Control Z this, and we're gonna go into vertex selection mode, and we're gonna go into X-ray mode. We're gonna select these vertices, and we're gonna make it a bit bigger, lengthen it up to right about there. I'm gonna press Q, and we're gonna go into solidify mode, and we're gonna solidify it to right about here, and we're gonna Control A this, apply scale, and we're gonna bevel it up a little bit, or maybe not now. Let's go to the back view, Alt W, and turn on hard ops box cutter, and we're gonna create a cut over here. We're gonna press X and left click, so we have something like this. So we're gonna select this, we're gonna press slash, and we're gonna go into, first and foremost, we're gonna press Q, left control, sharpen. We're gonna go into face select, and we're gonna select these phases, and we're gonna press X, and we're gonna delete these phases. We're gonna go into vertex selection mode. We're gonna select these vertices right about here. Now this part was the part where I was stuck, you know, because I didn't know how to make the inner place solid, not hollow. So in order to do this, for example, if I cut something, you know, like this, it's whoa, it's working. So in my time, there was a hollowness inside. It wasn't a complete solid. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here to vertex selection mode, and we're gonna go into edge mode. We're gonna select these edges, X, and dissolve edges, so we have something like this. So then we're gonna press slash, we're gonna come out of it, we're gonna go to right angle, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into end gone, and we're gonna start to cut something. Or maybe if we let go of control, this is going to snap. So we have something like this. Okay, so we're gonna sharpen this, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into edge mode, and we're gonna select this edge, and we're gonna control B this. Yeah, we're gonna control B this, and we're gonna select this edge, and we're gonna control B this too. Alright, so the next thing what he did was he created something like this, and yeah, he inserted it. So gonna go to the back view, and we're gonna, this is how you insert, guys. You just bring this here and let it go, and press I to insert to right about there. Then you press Q, sharpen, and the next thing what we should be doing is we're gonna go into left view, and we're gonna go into square, and we are going to bring it here, and we're gonna insert it and press T and bring it right about here. I'm gonna sharpen this, and gonna go into edge select mode, and we're gonna select these edges. Can we? Yeah, we can bevel them. And we're gonna select these edges, and or maybe we can do something else. What he did was, let's turn on cavity. He made a cube like this, bring it here, press X, and create a slice. And we're gonna sharpen this, I'm gonna go into edit, and we're gonna scale it down to right about here. Alright, we are going to sharpen this. I'm gonna go into edge select mode, and we're gonna bevel this. I'm gonna select these edges, and we're gonna bevel this. Next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna select these edges, and we're going to bevel this too. I'm gonna select these edges, and we're gonna bevel this too. So we have something like this. Alright, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a cube. I'm gonna scale it on the x-axis, bring it here to right about here. I'm gonna bring it up, scale it on the z-axis to right about here, scale it on the y-axis, and bring it right about here. I'm gonna go to the right view, and we're gonna select end gone, and we are going to that's too much, that's too, yeah, we are going to cancel this out, and let's see. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are going to let's think for a moment. What if we okay, I get an idea. So we are going to bring this right about here and right about here. There we go. So we have something like this. So we have something like this. All right, okay, we're doing good. So the next thing what he did was he's gonna go into back view, and we're gonna go into end gone, and we are going to create a cut right about here, and I'm gonna alt X this to the other side, so we have something like this. Or maybe yeah, this sounds better. Yep. Alright, the next thing what we should be doing is we are going to create some grooves, and press Ctrl B and create some type of a Control B right about there, and no, that's too much. Alright, the next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna create something like this. I'm gonna Control B this, and I'm gonna select a circle. Right about there. Alright, we're gonna bevel this and run a sharpen, and we're gonna sharpen this and we're gonna run a bevel. Alright, the next thing what we're gonna do is we are gonna go into back view, and we're gonna go into box cutter, and we're gonna create a cut over here. Press X, and there we go. No, okay. Create a X and cut over here. I'm gonna press Q, we're gonna sharpen it, we're gonna press slash, we're gonna go into edit mode. We are going to select these phases and we're gonna delete these phases. We are gonna go into vortex selection mode. I'm gonna fill this, and we're gonna select these vertices. I'm gonna fill this, and we're gonna select these vertices, and I'm gonna press F to fill this, and we're gonna select these edges because we don't need them. X and dissolve edges, so we have something like this. Alright, the next thing what he did was he created a nice, this is why I like his designs. His aesthetic is very pleasing. I still haven't conquered that yet. I mean, the way he cuts these diagonals, it's way too cool, man. So it's a bit thicker than in the middle. So I'm gonna go to the right view, and we're gonna go into N-gon, and it's gonna be a bit thicker. So I'm gonna keep it thick. Let's see if I could make something. No, It's still a bit thin, so we should start with here. So we have something like this. Alright, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna select, Ngon is selected. So we are going to do this, Control B, and slice it through. And we are going to create something like this, Control B, and slice it through. And we are going to Control B and slice it through, and we're going to go into circle, and we're going to create a circle right about here and slice it through. I'm going to go into Ngon, and we are going to, oh, that's a bit too much. And Control B and slice it through. So we have something like this. Then we're gonna left control sharpen this, and we're gonna bevel this a bit, and then we're gonna press Alt X, and we're gonna bring it to the other side. So we have something like this. Alright, the next thing what we're gonna do is we are going, let's just save this. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create a cylinder, and we're gonna rotate it. Let's just create a cylinder with, let's say, 100 volts, and we're gonna rotate it and bring it here, scaled on the Z-axis, and scale it down a bit, bring it up, and bring it right about here. Rotate it to right about here. There we go. Alright, the next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into edit mode, and we are going to add a, let's first go Alt W, and let's go to box and rotate it to right about here, and extrude it and press I to inset. So we have something like this. And the next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into edit mode. Let's Q and left control and sharpen this. Let's go into edit mode, and let's create a loop cut, Control B, and we are going to Q, left control shift and macro it, and we are going to scale it, no, okay, I'm gonna Control B this. Okay, how he did it was, oh, okay, So he selected all of these. Q, left shift control macro, and he scaled it on the z-axis. So we have something like this. So what we're gonna do is we are going to select all these, bring it up, and scale it on the z-axis. Is that right? No, 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 no. Okay, let's leave it for now. Let's go into object mode and let's go into n-gon and let's cut this area for now. So we have something like this. Alright, the next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna select this face, we're gonna inset it, and we're gonna bring it down. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go here to circle, and no, we're gonna go here and we are going to create a circle right about here. Bring it up just a bit. There we go. And next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do Shift A and we're gonna go into cable radar, create cable here and here, press S to scale it up, and let's bring it right about here. So we're gonna select all of these. No, we're gonna select all of this, Alt X, mirror to the other side. Had an issue over there, so I'm going to rotate this, bring it here. I'm gonna go into box cutter and we're going to rotate it to right about here, and we're gonna extrude it. I'm gonna press I to inset to right about there, and I'm gonna sharpen this, and I'm gonna select all of these and press Q, left control shift macro just a little bit and scale it on the z-axis. Yeah, this is gonna do some problems. So I'm gonna cut this guy. So we have something like this, or maybe let's just let's just bring it up a bit to right about there. we're going to cut this so we have something like this. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna sharpen this, we're gonna select this, we're gonna create a inset, bring it in just a little bit, and we're gonna press Shift A, and we're gonna go into curve, cable radar, create cable, and there we go, and scale it up. And we're gonna go into edit mode, perfect. And we're gonna press Alt X and mirror to the other side. Control S to save. So there you go. Alright, the next thing, okay, running in with some issues here. No, it's just a shading issue. Alt X, modifier. Okay, just being paranoid for a moment. Next thing we're gonna do is just select the box cutter, and we are sorry, I'm gonna go into object view, and we are going to press X and slice this, sharpen this, and we are gonna go, I'm gonna select box cutter, and we're gonna sharpen this, and let's see if we can solidify this a bit. And we are going to cut this here, cut this here, Alt X, no, there we go. And we're gonna alt text this to the other side, so you have something like this. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a plane, and we're gonna scale it to 10. I'm gonna bring it down to right about here. Let's add some materials to it. Let's go to Substance 3D, and we are going to download a sci-fi floor. And the trick is to go into edit mode, press U, smart UV project, OK, and give it 4096 width or resolution. So we have something like this. And what we're gonna do is gonna give it, I think metal one would be good. Next thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna press Q, we're gonna bevel them, and we're gonna go into face select. We're gonna press D, no, and we're gonna press D, decal machine, and maybe press D, left control, decal machine, and bring it right about here. Go to the world settings, bring it down, delete the light, add another area light, and bring it up, scale it up, and give it 500, maybe 200 watts, and give it a bluish color. So there you go. So there you go, guys. Again and again and again, go and support Ponte Ryu. This is his tutorial. He's doing it in a time lapse, so I tried it. It was very difficult to, pause. It was something like I paused the video again and again and again to find out how he did this. I didn't get it 100% right, but I did try my best. So I did this video slowly to tell you guys how you can actually make something nearly as this. So again, support Ponte Ryu. I'm a big fan of his work. I am subscribed on his Patreon, Blender Bros, and I suggest you do too. And follow his works, show him some love. He deserves it. He's an amazing guy. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share. And you can also add some extra details which I didn't do. I just gave a rough block out. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share. And as always, Frosti-Town signing. As always, stay frosty. I'm eating my words. And Frosti-Town signing out.